Hello and welcome to week 2 of me making my first animated short film. If you're new here, my name is Sandra. I'm new here too, pretty much. I haven't made a film before, so this is a whole new adventure. I encourage you to watch the first video if you haven't, but if you have, let's get going. So I started out this week with editing my first devlog and uploading it. It was a lot of fun. I haven't edited and made videos in a long time, so I was having lots of fun with it. I edit my videos in Kdenlive, which is a free software that I've used for a long time and I really enjoy it. I probably really should get to using Premiere Pro, but I don't know. I like Kdenlive and it's free, so... This piece of hardware that I'm holding in my hand right now is my camera / also mic that I use for everything I'm doing. It's a couple years old, so the quality is not gonna be the best, but I work with what I have, pretty much. You've probably noticed that the visuals are a bit noisy from time to time. I'm sorry about that, but it's the best I can do for now. And this is how I record my audio. It's very high-tech and advanced, don't you think? I'm just sitting under a blanket, pretty much, to just eliminate as much, echoey stuff as possible and, outside noise. The audio does become a bit muffled, but I fix that when I'm in editing later. This is what my raw sound is like without any editing. It's very muffled and it's not ideal, but then I do some editing magic in my software and it sounds like this. It's not so much magic. I literally push a button and then it sounds like this, which is way better. I am obviously not a professional video maker or audio person, so I hope this is okay. But let's move on, shall we? After I finished with the devlog stuff, on the Tuesday, I started creating 3D scenes. This is for me to pretty much have an easier time later on with drawing backgrounds. It's also nice to get your idea into a 3D space where you can move cameras around and such, because, maybe there's a cool camera angle that I didn't think of, and then I could just see it and be like, oh shit, that's nice. So that's pretty much what I did. I went to a really nice website called TurboSquid, hashtag not sponsored. And I got some free assets from there to build up my scenes. I could have made all the assets myself, but I feel like in this project that would just be a waste of time, pretty much. So that's why I chose to go that route. Then we wait for Blender to crash and stuff, and then we restart. When I'm done with the scenes, I've moved the cameras around, I've posted some dolls, what can I say? I've posted some humanoids in there just to make sure, everything's looking nice and proportionate. Then I take screenshots of the angles that I like, and here's a couple of them. Now I'm going to use these later on to trace and make backgrounds. The third thing I've been working on this week is a color script, which I guess I didn't really know was a thing until I started studying, this. But it does make a lot of sense. A color script is pretty much a version of your storyboard that is highly focused on color. Makes sense. When I was younger, I preferred mostly drawing in black and white because I felt like, color pencils were so scratchy and made my drawings look weird. So it actually took me a lot longer to start using colors in my art. So that is something that I still feel that I'm lagging in, till this day. So I had a little bit of a hard time with the color script, to be honest. I'd heard of this cool Instagram page called palette.cinema, I think. And I'm going to show you a little bit here. It's amazing. If you ever need a color palette, this is definitely the place to go. So I was scrolling on there, looking at cool color palettes, and I tried to like, you know, use them, but everything I made just looked really not nice, and I was really irritated. I started watching a lot of videos while I was doing it, and I don't know. I finally was like, okay, let's just scrap all of this and let's just do it how I would do it, like how I would want to do it. And it started flowing for me. Each page or each panel started flowing better for me. So I feel like it's very good to have like a palette, but you also need a little bit of freedom probably. So maybe try to do your thing first, see what it looks like. Well, you don't need to do it first necessarily, but you know what I mean. Just try to experiment and see what looks nice. Just because it's a nice color palette also doesn't mean that it's gonna look the way you want it to look. So yeah, in the end I'm very happy I finished the color script, and that I'm very happy with like how it turned out and such. So that is pretty much my whole second week of making my first short film. I've had a lot of fun. I've had a lot of work this week as well, so I wasn't actually sure how much progress that I was gonna be able to make, but I'm actually surprised at myself because I managed to somehow find time to finish everything that I wanted. I'm very happy about that. Next week I'm gonna have a lot less work so I'm gonna be able to focus on this more. Very excited. We are probably gonna start working on the animatic next week, which is gonna be a whole big thing. I'm very excited about that, and I hope you guys will come along and watch me struggle and maybe succeed, hopefully, as well. Thank you for watching. Follow me on my socials if you'd like, and if you want some more updates, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.